Hey, second graders, it's Mrs. Sullivan here. Welcome back to computer class. This is for the week of March 29th, all the way through April 2nd. So we're getting into April with this lesson this week. It is called the I Am poem. You're going to type up a little poem by filling in text boxes right on the Google slide. So you don't need to worry about going into any of the documents. So it should be a little bit easier all around to share it back with me. So let me share my screen with you. All righty. So here is your title slide for your Google slide deck this week. It is called Grade 2 I Am Poem. There will be a video recorder right here, which you will click on to watch me, which you're doing right now. An I Am poem, boys and girls, is a poem about you, so it should be pretty easy for you to write. Just think about things that you like and things that you do. We've been doing a lot of poems that relate to you in the last few weeks, so this is just another version of one. Slide number 2 is your I Can slide, boys and girls, and it's basically what I'm hoping by the end of this lesson you'll be able to do. The first thing you're going to do is type the home row letters, J, F, and the space bar. Remember, J and F are with your pointy fingers, so when you're setting those fingers up on the home row, you're taking all 8 fingers, the thumbs are for the space bar only, and you're placing them on the home row, which is the row in the middle of your keyboard that starts with an A, and you will be just tapping the pointies, the F, the J, and of course the thumb for spacing. So you're going to do lesson 1 for 3 minutes, and let me show you how you're going to set that up. Here it is right here on slide number 5. You would click it. For some of you, this might be a new typing lesson, but again, up here at the top, it reminds you that you're going to practice your home row letters, that the focus is on F, J, and spacebar, and you're going to do lesson 1, click start, and set the time for 3 minutes. So when you click the picture, you will see your link at the bottom. You're going to press that link to open up this keyboarding assignment. Here it is right here. See down here at the bottom, it says lesson number 1. You're in the right place. All you have to do is hit start lesson. Your goal right now is just to practice. So we're not going to worry about how many words per minute you get. Just hit start. Once it loads in, boys and girls, you're going to see the name of the lesson is introduce the F and J keys. This should be a review because we've done these keys before. The goal, again, we're not worrying about that. You can just leave that alone. The lesson time you do need to change. So it says 1 minute. You're going to press the drop down and you're going to go to 3 minutes, and then you're going to press start. You will notice that the hands are kind of see-through, almost like they're invisible hands. You can see the outline of the hands, but this is what I was talking about earlier with the home row. So it's the row in the middle that starts with A. You put your pinky on that, then your ring finger, middle, pointy, then the other hand, which is your right hand, pointy on J, middle, K, ring on L, and then your pinky is on the semicolon. Look where those thumbs fall, right on the space bar. Now, if you look closely, boys and girls, you're going to see that F is kind of vibrating or pulsing at you. And it says up here in green, you're using the index finger, that's the pointy finger of your left hand to press F. Now you look up here at green again, and it says using the index finger, which is pointy, of your right hand, press J. And if you look closely at that purple button, it's kind of pulsing at you. And now press the green space bar. And here is your lesson. So wherever that little pink square is, that's what you're tapping with your fingers. You're trying not to look down, boys and girls. Try to look straight ahead at the monitor or the screen so that you can see what letter is pulsing, and that's the letter you're hitting or tapping with your finger. If there's no letter there, it means it's the space bar. If you make an oops, it just turns red. Nothing bad happens. Just keep moving on. When you're done, boys and girls, the timer will be on 0, and you can check your accuracy. The accuracy should be hopefully at least 85 or higher if you're taking your time and going nice and slow. Okay, so I'm going to close that out, but that is your first I can statement. The second I can statement is to fill in the I am poem, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And when you're doing that poem, boys and girls, you can do things like change the font color, the size, and you can even use the bold keys if you want for some of the words that you're filling in. You won't be able to change the poem, but you'll be able to fill in change your words that you fill in. And you can also add a picture to the slide to make it a little fancier, okay? So here is your 3 things on your to-do list. Number 1 is keyboarding, lesson number 1 for 3 minutes, and it's on slide number 5. Think, you're going to fill in the I am poem on slide number 6 by clicking on the gray boxes and typing in a word or 2 words to kind of fill in the poem. And number 3, your third to do, is to jazz it up a little bit by changing the color or the font or the style or inserting pictures. So here is your slide number 6, which is where you're going to do your typing. You cannot do anything with these words, boys and girls, because they're part of the background. But you can do something with this, and that's what I want you to do, is I want you to click inside each gray box, and when you do that, you're going to notice a blue text box. That means you can type right in there. And again, it's called I am. Let me make this one a little bit bigger. And it says, I am blank. You could say, I am playful, I am fun, I am loving, I am kind. Think of a word that describes you. So let's say kind. Okay, now if you want to jazz that word up, you simply come up here to the top at your little toolbar and you can change things. I have it set automatically on my favorite font, Happy Monkey, but you can change it to any of these fonts that you see. As long as you can read it, you can change it. Okay, so I guess, boys and girls, on this one, you do have to select it before you change it. So drag your mouse across and turn it blue. And then sift through all of these different font styles and pick one that you like. You can also change the size. You'll see the number. Either hit the plus sign to go up or the minus sign to go down. Again, keep it in the gray box though, so don't make it too big. If you wanted to make something bold, you simply press the B for bold. And if you want to change the color, you go over here to the text color and pick a new color. Okay, so that is what I'm talking about in this box right here where it says type it up and jazz it up. That's what it means to jazz it up. You're changing the style of the font or the color, or you're making it bold. So your next line says, I love. You click on the gray square and type something in that you love. Something that's really important to you. Maybe you love your family. Maybe you love your pet. Maybe you love a particular sport that you play. Maybe you love school. The next one says, I want. Think of something that you might like to have, something that you don't have now, but you really might like to have. For instance, I want a soccer ball, or I want a new hockey net, or I want pizza for dinner. So something that you would like to have. I see. Take a look out your window. Tell me what you see. Do you see birds chirping? Do you see grass growing? Do you see kids playing? What do you see? I am happy. Think of when you're happy. What's something that makes you happy, makes you smile? And then you have one more, I am. So if you wrote kind up here, write something else at the bottom. I am funny, I am silly, I am nice. So keep these top and bottom ones different. Don't make them the same. Okay, so these are just some examples of one that I did. I am playful. I love running. I want a soccer ball. I see birds from my window. I am happy when I sleep in. I'm excited for summer, or I am a friend. So that's just an example one. But I want you, again, to write your own. So you would click in the box and something that you love. I love my family. Again, if you want to change that style, you drag the mouse across it, come up here and pick a font, and then change the size a little bit if you'd like to, make it bold, and then maybe choose a different color. Okay, so I don't want you changing these words over here, boys and girls. I only want you to change the words in the gray box. Okay, the last thing you want to do, boys and girls, is a picture's worth 1,000 words. Insert a picture right down here in the corner that kind of goes along with your poem, the I am poem. And again, to insert a picture, you have 2 places you can go. You can go to insert the word and then image, search the web, or excuse me, right up here at the top, there's a little square, almost looks like it has little mountains inside of it. And you can hit search the web from there too. When you hit search the web, boys and girls, the Google search will pop up and you type in a word. We've practiced this in the past. So this is kind of a review, but you type in a word of something that you want. So maybe I can type in family, and there'll be some kind of a family that pops up, and I can pick one that maybe looks like my family, or I can pick a silhouette. A silhouette is like a black and white version of a family. And then I hit insert, and I may have to shrink the picture, boys and girls, and the way you shrink is you grab a corner, hold on to it, see that arrow, and drag it down so it's a little bit smaller, and then you can slide it over here because you don't really want it much bigger than that, okay? And then your last slide, boys and girls, is just a reminder on how to turn this assignment in. Because it is a turn-in assignment, I want you to show me your work, and you will be getting a grade on that. So do your best work that you can. So again, your 3 I cans, you're going to practice that keyboarding, J, F, and space for 3 minutes. You're going to fill in the I am poem, and then you're going to jazz it up with the color, the size, maybe making some of your words bold. You don't have to do the same thing to every word, boys and girls. You certainly can change it, but I'm going to undo some of these things that I did, so it'll be set for you. Go back to my happy monkey. Okay, so that is your assignment for this week, boys and girls. I hope you have fun with your I am poems. And I'm excited because in a couple of weeks, we'll get to see each other in person and we won't have to do video recordings anymore. So that'll be nice. All right, I hope everybody has a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.